It is the Adrenaline Drive Time Show. You are with us for another hour. It is 6:04 p.m. here in the capital city, Nairobi. And we have been joined by none other than Qyor.
Yes. Hold on. Let's make the digital claps. Wait there.
Yes, Makabi.
Wait there.
Qyor in the building via Zoom, but still in the building.
You can hear us? How come we not hear you, man?
I don't know why we're not hearing him. Did you change it back to thingy?
Okay.
Out. Yeah.
Not hearing me yet?
All right.
There we go.
Can hear you now.
We can hear
you now.
Completely clear. How are you, Qyor?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Amen.
I'm grateful. How are you?
So are we. We're so grateful. We're happy. It's a Friday. Best thing we could have done before we start the weekend is have a conversation with you.
For real. So, Vibes Nation, I've known Qyor for a hot minute.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. We go way back. We have met once, at Sunfest, with Unga Barunga, you know what I mean?
That's so lit.
2019. Personally, when he came to Kenya, we didn't meet, because he's already been in the 254, but I consider him as one of the special voices in the music industry.
Did you hear those notes even in that song we were just playing now?
Bro, we posted a video of you. People are like, yo, that voice there.
What is this voice? What is this voice? In Kiswahili, ni nani huyo? They're asking, who is that? Who is it?
And there are specific people in this world who have such awesome voices.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll name them, but Qyor is, on my top 5.
He's on that league.
For real.
Qyor, we have a little hilarious thing that happened on the show earlier today. Shout out to Lisa. I'm sure she's still listening in. Lisa called in during our call session and was like, oh my God, the song that I want you guys to play for me is Be High, Dexter Dabs, Qyor, and Cranium. And then we were like, oh, by the way, you better make sure you stick around. We assumed she knew, we assumed she's seen on social media. So we're like, yo, you have to stick around. Qyor is coming through. She was like, what? What? And we're like, yeah, he's going to be there.
Sorry, guys, I'm texting Ronnie Tomilson, Destin Medium.
Oh, tell him thank you.
Yeah, so I'm just telling her the website so that she can hear it live.
And join us.
All right, tumerudi. But all right, good morning. Hope you're doing good, bro. Welcome to the show officially on Vibes Radio. You know what I mean? We're going to be having you for the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we just want to interrogate you musically. So don't worry yourself. Just feel free.
Good.
You know what I mean?
I'm up for it.
Yeah. So just introduce yourself, to the massive them who are tuning in, your transition, from Chevaughn right now to Qyor. So take it away, bro.
Yeah. Well, go on, everybody. This is your favorite singer. I've been your favorite singer for a few years, and I've been grateful to hold that title. And I am just happy that I'm here talking to some more friends from Kenya. Kenya is my heart. My first time there was in 2007 with Turbulence. We performed that Splash.
Nice.
That was a super, super performance. It was a blessed experience, from just coming off of the plane, coming out of the airport, to perform in there that night. Just everything it's been great. Came back after that with Busy Signal, about 2010 or 2011.
Yeah,
that was a joy as well, and I've been longing to be back. So it's been 10 years, guys. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been telling all my friends over there I'm really ready to come through. For people who don't know, I've been singing from as a youth.
Yeah.
Just doing a lot, creating a lot, working with a lot of different artists, from Rita Marley to Tony Rebel, Busy Signal, Conscience, Cranium, Dexter Labs, just working in and out of studio with Sasko and his latest projects as well. So between songwriting and just vocal arrangement and vocal coaching, I've been in the game for a minute, just doing music, sharing stuff, from being the lead singer of C# band to working with Unga Barunga, the rest of Notice, with solo stuff. And last year was a very important year for me to just kind of allow another stage and another step to happen, and that's where we are now, just asking everybody to join the Qyor.
Yes.
Qyor, and that is the sound, and it's been the sound that I've always approached. Just a certain kind of soul I've always given to my music, whether it's Bubble for me, baby, like there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
Aris, love, oh love.
And it's a holiday.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We can go through a list of them.
Literally.
For real.
So we give thanks that the love has always been pure from the people, kind of really appreciating like the energy and the soul that I bring to music, and just wanting to be different and stand on my own, and that's what it is now.
So at some point, bro, you shaved off your dreads, and I mean, now I don't know if you kept them or these are new ones.
Did you add them back? No, because people can do that now. People can do that now. Technology is
or
a wonder.
probably you just have good genes for hair, bro. You know what I mean?
Tell us.
So that transition, bro, like, you know, what made you go do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was important. I made a spiritual decision to grow my locks for 7 years, and it got to 7 years, and I hesitated for 6 months to cut it. And a lot happened in that 6 months, and it was like, yo, you need to go cut your locks. You made that agreement to cut it. So I did that. I followed that agreement to myself, a spiritual agreement, no religious stuff, no business, there was no tactic, just, a spiritual decision.
Okay.
And in doing that, I mean, you know it going, like I'm not used to just being a youth with low cut.
Yeah.
You know, it was what it was for a minute, and I allowed it. But the good thing with here is that it grows. When you leave it will grow. Yeah. So I've just decided to just let it be. My hair was never a definition of me. It was always something that was nice to look at for people who like that.
Right.
It kept me warm when I was touring.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. When people cut their hair, they forget about the breeze. You know, cold breeze comes and passes on your neck. You're like, what?
Yes.
What?
A whole different feeling. Like, no matter what, it's something that I don't think I'll ever get used to, like being without hair. Yeah. It's just a thing that I've grown, accustomed to. But yeah, no, I'm just here. Like, I keep it on the side.
Okay.
Locks on the top, so it's like,
There's some luscious locks, though. I'm sure there's some women who are like, tell us about the products. Tell us about the Qyor, you know? Give us the tea.
Hey, I can't say what it is.
Just tell them eat healthy, and it's genetics. Sorry, guys.
For real.
That's genetics.
That's it.
So, Qyor, I know you've talked a lot about the change of name from Chevaughn to Qyor. And I know you started your music career and singing a lot in the choir when you were younger, so it just felt natural. But I haven't heard you answer, how are you different? How is Chevaughn like now gone, and Qyor, how is Qyor different? What are you transformed into?
It's nothing I can like blatantly say to people. It is a part of me. It's like growing older another year. It's not this big change. I'm not a different person. I'm not schizophrenic.
It's not a different personality.
No, it's not an alter ego of any sort. Chevaughn is my real name.
Yes.
And as an artist, for the catalog that you'll hear here on, you'll hear it from Qyor. And that's the name. That's really what it is. It's the name that will represent the catalog to come. And the catalog that has gone with my birth name is a catalog I will never try to dismiss. That's not what I'm trying to do. I sing it just the same. I share it just the same. It is a part of me, and it's a part of the world. It's out there. It's everybody's music just the same. Just as everything that I'm about to share as Qyor, it will be for the world as well, and the generations to come.
Nice. Amen. Speaking of generations to come and for the world, I wanted you to talk about your song, Ghetto Youth. It's a song that can go across to anyone in any country as long as they're living in that situation where you're living in the ghetto or you come from the ghetto. And we've seen a lot of violence amongst youth in Jamaica, in America. Here in Kenya, the pandemic has been so hard on people. What were your thoughts? What were you going through when you wrote the song? Did you write it a long time ago and then you released it? Did you write it in studio? Like, was it a freestyle? What was the journey?
Yeah, Beehive was a song that we had for about 2 years before we released it.
Okay.
But Ghetto Youth was I was in Florida, preparing to release Beehive, and Sean Alric, producer friend of mine, he played the track for me, and we were there for a minute just kind of listening. I was on the phone a lot talking to a brethren of mine that lives in Jamaica, and he was sharing with me some things that I've known him for years, about 15 years, and he never told me some of the things that he told me in that conversation, and it was too much to not find my voice, sharing that to people who would never want to sing or say some of the things they've been going through.
Right.
And I can't just be here singing for my own little vibes and getting high off my own supply. It can't just be for that.
True.
You know what I mean? So we have to allow that balance of singing the story for the people who can't find the words, saying it for the people who don't think their voice is loud or strong enough.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's really an expression of a story, and not a story that's a made up story. It is the real life of people going through it. I've been close to committing crimes. I've been close to being in situations where I had to question my own self and the choices I had to make. It's not as if we're far from it. No matter how rich a person feels, they can be in a position the next minute that will have them question themselves, you know? So we have to have more compassion when we're dealing with the youths who we say are underprivileged or we say are from the ghetto. We can't act as if we don't want to give them that love and understanding and listening to them. And that's what this song is for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what it is for me. And I hope it really impacts people more than just the ones who live in the garrison and the ones who live in the ghetto. But for all of us around the world, just having more compassion.
Yeah. So before we even continue with the conversation, bro, let's just jump into the record.
Yes.
It's called Ghetto Youth. Sounds of Qyor. So let's listen a little bit. Then we come back with more conversation with the Qyor. Kylie, don't move.
I know like me, no understand when you are feeling. Yo, every ghetto are the same, even if it have different name. We never know when the change are forward. Remember, say life not mean defeat. Oh, when you fall down, get a youth. We know it hard in this concrete jungle. If you get in a trouble, yo, it's so easy. But hold it off. The devil find work for your lands. Me, I beg you, please. No pop it off. Life too short, and me want you to see it all. Get a youth. And pick up the 16, never live for 16 down. Then the road like
Vibes Radio all day, every day.
Yo, that really grieve me. See him mother on her belly, see her son up on the TV. Say no have nothing for live for, no have nothing for lose. That's why I had a life them choose. But me know why you meet the Grim Reaper. Oh, get a youth. But know it hard in this concrete jungle. If you get in that trouble, yo, it's so easy. But hold it off. The devil find work for your lands. Me, I beg you, please. Stop pop it off. Life too short.
And if you want to listen to more of that record, make sure you head over to all the streaming platforms, Spotify, and all the avenues, man. You know all of them, so we don't need to mention everything. Go and support Qyor. But I want to know, bro, in regards of this record, you know, what is coming up from Jamaica from what we see here in the country? You know, I was in Jamaica, you know, some couple of months ago, and I also saw it with my eyes. You know, a lot of entertainers are coming out and saying, you know what, we're just a mirror of what is happening in the garrisons, in the gully, in the ghetto. We are not role models. So I wanted to know where you stand in that. Look, when you put out records, when you write out records, you know, when you go to perform, you know, in Jamaica, you know, like, where do you gauge yourself? You know, are you more of, let me just entertain, make music, you know, make my money and go, or you're like, you know what,
you're a role model, people are looking at me.
I'm a role model, you know, people have to look up to me, and you know, them thing there.
I tell you, I am a vessel. That's it for me. Like, so I will channel the energy and the information that I get from my grandma, my parents, my family, the people who I meet, strangers, close friends. I'm a vessel, and I choose to use music as my way of expressing. There are people who will hear me talk more than they'll hear me sing.
Yeah.
But for people who would say, boy, you are a role model, you're not. Someone would have to look at me and tell me that I'm a mentor and their role model. It's not for me to like take up myself and be like, I need to be that. No, I'm expressing my true self. And if it inspires anyone to do good or be better for themselves, then I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it pushes a tear out the eye, if it pushes a smile on the face, I'll be happy, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to act as if I'm more or less than anyone on this earth. We're all impacting each other. We're all coexisting. There's a thing that happens with us, and I think it's based on how we're taught, where we look for this great help outside of ourselves. We seek out that God factor. We seek out that pastor, parent. It's a thing where we don't know how to really stop and pay attention to the role that we're playing and how important it is for us to be true to ourselves. And then allow others to be impacted. Sometimes it's too much seeking validation and approval, and I not depend on that. I really just express myself and my life, sharing it through music. You know what I mean? Hoping that it does some good for somebody.
So with the change of a name, with the change of the looks a little bit, do you have like new management, or just, everything is just continuing like it was, as you knew from Chevaughn?
Getting the tough questions now.
As I tell you, like, for me, honestly, I know that there are a lot of people who have gotten used to a certain look or a certain name, but it was never about it for me. And that's why I wasn't as popular as I could have been in the beginning. There's a lot that I could have sold my soul to gain, and I chose not to.
Right.
It's not about the hair. It's not about my look. It's not about the name. No, man, I really, it's just sometimes, I know that entertainment comes with that showbiz glam.
Yeah.
But it has never been that to me, and it will never be that to me. But there is new management, and big up the whole team. Quiet Giants Music.
Yeah.
Big up out there, big up Destiny.
So,
the thing I like, it's one song.
For younger artists that are coming up, you've had a really long career already because of everybody that you've gone to work with.
I'm very young. Very young.
Ladies, he's very young. But
Very young.
I wanted to know if there's somebody who wants to be like you, somebody who believes that they've got soul as well and they want to put soul into music. What advice would you give them? Because like you've said, you made an interesting choice to not get lost in the flash and the glam of celebrity. But you've managed still to work with all these people. So if you were advising a youth in Jamaica, in America, here in Kenya, what would you tell them?
Be true to yourself. There's somebody in the world, there are a set of people in the world, there's a nation, there's a community, there's a family, there's one person that's going to absolutely admire everything about you once you allow yourself to show up for you.
I like
That's
that.
all it is.
That's
all it is.
Straight
Let
and
me tell
simple.
you, like, none of us creating music can ever say we are sure that a song is gonna do this, that, and everything that we think.
Right.
We would hope for it,
Yeah.
but we'll never know because we have to allow the people who hear it to share it and decide how it, like it's left to them. Like, we've done our part in creating it, investing in it.
Yeah.
We have to just allow that. Don't get too caught. I would tell younger singers, don't get too caught up in any part of it but the expression. Allow yourself to be true to that.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you are experiencing something, sing about it, write about it, find a creative way to do so. Also, I was saying it the other day in an interview. We have a story with 5-6 different sides to it.
Yeah.
You choose what part you want to share. You choose what you want people to feel at the end of your song, at the end of your interview, at the end of you showing up somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to decide what you want to leave with people.
True.
So if it's sadness you want to bring and badness you want to bring, then that's what going. No, it's true. That's what will follow you. You know what I mean? But for me, it's about hope and light and good vibes.
Good vibes, which is what we're about at
Good
Vibes Radio.
vibes.
Yeah, and
That's right.
Speaking of good vibes, bro, like I said when we started off this conversation, I consider you as my top 5, greatest singers in all genres of music. Like, I don't care what people say.
He should give us
Exactly.
his range. Like, what's the lowest note and the highest?
He's gonna do that. He has to take some tea. He has to take some
I wish
tea
I
and
had a
warm water.
piano. I wish I had a keyboard here.
I
I
wish
will
I-
bring one next time. I'll be like,
I
turn.
I wish my keyboard is off because
Yeah.
I don't know did the interview. But let's see. I'll take that up as a challenge.
Yeah.
Destin, remind me please, so we can do that. We can do a range test.
Something
I've
special
done
for
that in a
adrenaline.
while.
Now you mean?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I've not done that in a while. I've
Yeah.
not done like a test of my range in a while.
But
I drink some tea.
Yeah. The question that I'm asking, give me 3 of your greatest vocalists ever.
That's a good
Ever.
question.
I know
Ever.
you put me in a trouble now.
Me have to
Wow.
Three.
me have to
It's
do
three.
that. Me have to put you under the bus, brother.
Yeah, three.
Three
Three's a
only,
little.
and not yourself. Not yourself.
Set the record straight.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Yeah.
Not yourself. All time.
all time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is gonna be tricky. Wow. All right. Whoa.
You better think, you know.
All right, so yeah, it's a little rough. I'm gonna be held by what I say, and I have to be very careful. But
Yeah.
wow, yo, this is crazy, yo. It's not good. But let's go. Donny Hathaway,
Ah, yes.
Anita Baker. We're talking vocalists, right?
Vocal, yeah.
Yes.
Impeccable vocals. Impeccable.
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway. Hopefully everybody knows Donny Hathaway. Anita Baker.
I know Anita Baker, yeah.
Anita Baker is the most impeccable vocal, female vocalist in the world for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
To me. Donny Hathaway, Anita Baker. Oh my gosh. And it's tricky. Wow. Wow, this is rough. I'm gonna say Barry Salmon.
Barry Salmon.
That's a good list.
All right, let's come
It's
to.
tricky. It's rough. It's rough because I'm gonna
tricky.
say
Let
I'm gonna
me-
say Peter Tosh,
Uh-huh.
and I want to say Dennis Brown, but boy,
Yeah.
Barry's is.
Let me simplify it to
Barry
you.
says-
In Jamaica, you know, who do you look up to when it comes to vocals? Give me 3 names. Not Beres, no Beres, not Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
not who have we mentioned again earlier on? Who that? Peter Tosh, Beres, yeah, but not
Dennis Brown.
Then Anita-
Dennis Brown, yeah, Dennis Brown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But three living vocalists now.
Yeah,
other
yeah,
than the
yeah.
ones that-
It's even stretching.
You have to
y'all.
stretch, you know.
You guys have to come to the website www.vibesradio.co.ke so
That
you can
I-
see this.
Wow, it's tricky. All right, so even if I yes, it's gonna be really hard. Yeah, you're talking about singers, and I'm a singer, and
Yeah.
I mark very hard.
Uh-huh.
I've been marked very hard. So it pushes me, and I push people. Vocalist Sharita,
Yeah.
top vocals.
Yes.
Nadine Sutherland.
Oh,
vocal.
yes.
First of all,
I'm gonna give you 4, not 3.
okay.
So that's 3. That's 2 females.
Yeah.
Nadine Sutherland and Sharita.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and I didn't say Chevaughn Franklin though, but wow. Channel. I didn't even say Tessan Chin.
Tessan Chin.
That's rough.
He won
Rough.
the voice.
Rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. But yeah, let's go. Let's go to male.
You have to think.
Michael Sean Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Sean Harris. Whoa.
We know
Male
we know the
vocalist.
face that Qyor makes when he's in exams.
Yeah, you do. Now you do. If you didn't know before, you know you do. I'm gonna say honestly, there's Michael Sean Harris and there's Michael David.
Oh, nice.
Like you have
Both
to check them
Michaels.
out to understand. Yeah, but they're not super popular singers who put out enough music for people to understand
Yeah.
how awesome vocally they
are.
are. But they are too. And I could call names that everyone knows.
Yeah.
But I believe in making sure that people understand, like, yeah.
And they'll
yeah.
discover somebody new today, which is pretty cool.
Top vocals.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vocals, top vocals.
Thank you for sitting for the Vibes Radio exam. You
Yeah.
passed.
I
Passed
was
with
just
flying
sweating. I'm
colors.
sweating right now. Oh my God.
I wanna
I'm
take
sweating.
it down a little bit. We can relax a little bit. When you were doing Be High, what was it like working with Cranium and Dexter Dabs? Obviously, the three of you have sounds that just melded so well together. So, were you guys together? Did you guys do it together? Did you send it to each other?
First
How
of
did
all,
that work?
I sorry. So I thought I think even the studio equipment melted. You know
You know what I
with
mean?
the vocals
The heat.
and the
That
vibe.
The microphone
imagine.
must have been
Like, you know, the studio engineer had to get a new microphone,
Everything.
a new desk,
knew everything.
you know what I mean, a new Mac, you know, to mix and master the record.
I love also how the record starts
Yeah.
because you like feel like there's a mistake. Oh, it's not, and then it starts again,
you know?
and it's
So speak to us about that.
Wow. Yeah, so I'll tell you a story. So Cranium was in Jamaica. We've been working together for a few years. Writing and just, you know, like he's been great. Like a great friend of mine for a few years now. He came to Jamaica at the end of 2019. and he was working on his album, and he told Stax to create a track for me. He's like, yo, create something that you've never heard him do, something that you've never heard him on. Stax did that, called me, we'll meet up at the studio, and everybody went to go get food. And I was there, just allowing the music to just talk to me. And even though I had found melodies before, I wanted to do something that made me uncomfortable. That pushed me a bit, and that was where the chorus melody came. And when everybody came back, there were a few of them in the studio who was like, sure, that's where you want to go? And as soon as Cranium heard it, he was like, that's it. And we worked on it. I voiced my part there. He did a demo of his verse. He went to LA. He did his verse again in LA. And I was working on Vent with Dexter shortly after that. So I was doing, just overall just working vocals and some songwriting with Dexter. And he said to play him something that I was working on, and I was like, yo, this is the song. Played it for him, and immediately he went into the studio. Big up Stretch, big up Frankie Music. He went into the studio, and that was it. Wow. He did his verse. Dre Day and myself and Stax, we worked out the rhythm. We had created new parts of it and went back to some of the old stuff, and we just created a really beautiful, beautiful song that even if I wasn't a part of this song, I'd be so happy to. Even if I wasn't singing on this song, I'd be so happy, equally happy to just be a part of this. It's a beautiful vibe, beautiful vibe. So that's it. That was the vibe for Beehive. It happened in an effortless way. Effortless because, the three of us, we're really about the music, not about the ego. Like we really just love music. We're nerds to music, and we're excited about it. That's what
I saw a clip, with the Cranium and you in studio, making this new single that we have exclusive with there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. That is exclusive, people.
Guys, nobody else.
Yeah. The song will come out on the 27th of January.
Exactly.
Okay?
This song is only on Qyor's laptop and on Dex's laptop. Nobody else. Nobody else.
You know what I mean? So, because, at some point, he paused, with the producer. I don't know who's the producer or the engineer, but he paused and he was like asking you, like, yo, bro, what do you think? How should you go about this? So, when you come on the conversation and talk about, brotherhood and, no ego, no none, like, I saw it. So, what advice can you give, upcoming artists to, say, especially right now in Jamaica, people are not voicing on rhythms, People just prefer to do them thing of, if a man want voice on a rhythm, him ask, is Qyor on the rhythm? Is Queen and Dep on the rhythm? Is DJ on the rhythm? Me not have voice, Just make me a track. So the rhythm culture is slowly, personally, as I see it, is slowly, slowing down, So what advice can you tell the young upcoming acts, in terms of voicing on rhythms and the unity aspect bit of it?
Jano, it's a really great question,
Yeah.
And that's a really great question. I'm going to tell you why it is a great question. I am a producer as well. And there's a lot of what you heard from Notice production over the years.
Yeah.
I was a part of that. It was a group of us. It was Unga, it was Welsh, it was myself, it was Carter, it was Riff Raff, it was Greg. You know what I mean? And all of us played our role in the final product. And that unity is what made dancehall and reggae as big as it is. It was about a couple man in the studio and say, try the word there, or try the melody there, or push the frequency up and see if it works, It was always about the humility, the sensible humility to listen, try, test it. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, let's try something else. Nobody taking anything personally, knowing that the bigger picture is about representing the culture with a solid song. And I've been graced, and I mean really grateful to have met artists like Cranium and Dexter and Sasko and a lot more artists who I work with in studio, and it's effortless. It's effortless, and if younger artists know that much, I think they'll try to see how they can work together even more. You know what I mean? Everything is about, and also I'll add to that, the culture of juggling is not dead. It will never die. But I agree it has slowed down. And I'm fine with it. I'll tell you why I'm fine with it, because it's going to swing right back. That's how it is, the ebb and the flow. There was a time years ago when it did slow down again. And then it came right back You know what I mean? When Don Carleone and a few other jugglings were happening at the same time too. You know what I mean? So like, give it time, it will circle, because we know the power of that collective drive when
and we love it
couple
here,
artists
man.
on this.
Yeah.
Of course, the world love it. We stamp the world with that kind of culture.
Yeah, because
like,
people are like, yo, the same rhythm, the same beat. Choir is on it, you know, Cranium is on it, you know, Alain is on it, you know, Cecile Dep on it.
And it's amazing. Everybody's record
Creates
is dope.
Different, you know what I mean?
Different and dope, yeah. It is something that will never die. It will never die, trust me.
Yeah.
But it's more to come, and there are a few jugglings that I'm on now that's about to jump
Ooh,
out. Cranium
okay.
is down 1 2 that I know. So look out for it. It's just one heap of music that gonna come forward. The last 2 years did a lot for people. It pushed people within themselves. Everybody was home by themselves. A lot of exclusive tracks, you know, came out over the past 2 years. Not much juggling, but juggling will never die. Will never.
For real. All right, so as we finish up, bro, just give people your social media. You know, we have the new single out, Get to Youth, of course, Be High featuring Dexter Daps.
Yes.
What are you working on? An EP? Just take it away, man.
Wow.
Are you at time?
Yeah. Everybody, follow me everywhere.
Yeah.
IAMQYOR. That's IAMQYOR. I am Qyor. Join the choir. That's the hashtag JOINTHEQYOR. Join the choir, Zim. That's the hashtag. Hashtag vibes adrenaline. Same way, just. But a project is coming out in spring. Look out for that about April, May. We have a remix to Get to You.
Woo.
Okay.
Ooh, Sasko there? Sasko? Me know that. Sasko?
Sasko, but no, not Sasko. Not on this, not on the one that we have so far.
Okay.
Who knows?
But yo,
who knows?
Bro, listen, it's adrenaline, it's vibes adrenaline. So you have to, you know, when, you know,
Give
celebrities come here, you know, our friends, they give us something exclusive. So you have to,
Who's on there?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you before we drop it.
No, give us a name.
But like, who is it? Who's on the remix? Just
all right,
say
so
who
here
it is.
goes. Here goes. Don't respond. None of the two of you can respond when I say this. All I'm gonna do is say a tag. I'm not gonna call the artist name as yet.
Okay.
Because I don't think Destin or Quiet Glance will be happy right now. But I just say this much.
Okay.
Get to Youth is about to come up with a superb remix. Burn up.
Oh.
I know.
Oh. Somebody's calling. They're like, what did you say?
That's right.
If you say
Exactly.
burn up, I can join the dots, you know.
Yeah.
The artist lives in America,
Yes.
in Atlanta.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything.
Guys,
I know.
Yo, swear. Like, I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for everybody to get it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Super excited about that remix. But I have another single dropping soon as well. Look out for that.
Yeah.
We're working on the project. We're just trying to decide. We have about 50 songs. Trying to take 10 from it.
Yeah.
I'm really happy, you know, for just like this energy of just kind of grabbing all the songs that we've made over the years that we've not used.
Yes.
I'm doing some writing still with a lot of different artists, and I'm happy about just that expression of just being alive and still being able to express you, especially in a time like this, you know. Straight.
Yeah. All right. So we can't leave the choir without getting some vocals. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop my mic. Sue is gonna drop her mic.
Yep.
We're gonna pull the instrumental down, and we're gonna get some service.
We're gonna join the choir.
We're gonna join the choir.
Boom.
So take it away, bro.
Join the choir.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's go. So I'm not
Everything.
listening to what you're playing, right?
No.
I'm not
Yeah.
listening to what you're playing.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's go. Where do we start? Where do we begin? We begin. Hey girl, come back. Give you all the love you've been waiting on.
Ooh.
Hey girl, I know him now, I love you right. So let me fix that tonight. I want you every night. I want you daily. I want you beat down the wall, screaming for more, but the landlord no. Bubble for me, baby, like there is no tomorrow. Oh love, why you treat me so bad? Is it because I fought it? Why I'm so sad? Know who your friends, if they know your secret. Only your true friends know how to keep it. Ooh. When you're here, all I need is you. Nothing really matters.
Hey.
Yeah.
Be high.
Hey.
That one there, please.
Tonight.
Woo!
I just wanna be high.
Hold it.
Get a youth.
Hey!
You know it's hard. You know this concrete jungle.
Yo.
In that trouble, yo. All right.
Yo.
Damn!
Thank you very much, bro, for passing through. And you know what I'm saying?
Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Vibes Radio 100% support when you have something exclusive you win the right
It's
way.
very important.
Yeah. Much, yeah?
Have a productive day for all of Vibes Nation. Join the choir.
Join the choir. Thank you very much. Alrighty. That was Chevaughn, aka Choir. Chevaughn now, choir. But right now, I have to check cranium with there.